Today, we're going to settle one of the most common debates among shotgun owners, and one that gets people fired up fast. How do you store your home defense shotgun so it's both safe and instantly usable when seconds count? There's a simple, practical answer that's been around for decades, trusted by cops, military personnel, and experienced shooters. It's called Cruiser Ready, and I'll walk you through exactly how it works, why I prefer it, and what makes it the safest and most efficient way to keep a shotgun ready for home defense. The term Cruiser Ready comes from how police often keep shotguns in their patrol cars, with the magazine tube full, the chamber empty, the slide open, and sometimes the safety on. But I suggest keeping the safety off. This way, if you need the gun fast in an emergency, you just grab it, pump around into the chamber, and it's ready to shoot. There are a few reasons to store a shotgun like this, but the main one is safety. Most shotguns aren't safe if dropped. If there's a round in the chamber and the gun falls, say in a closet, or if you drop it, it could fire by itself even with the safety on. The safety only stops the trigger from moving. It doesn't lock the hammer or firing pin. A small bump can make the chambered shotgun go off. You'd be surprised how little it takes. By keeping it cruiser ready, the chamber stays empty, so there's no chance of an accidental shot. With the slide open, it takes just half a second to get the gun ready. I also load one less round than the magazine can hold. For example, if the tube holds 5 rounds, I put in 4. Pump-action shotguns are usually very reliable, but if something goes wrong, it's often the magazine spring. I don't want that spring under too much pressure from being fully loaded for a long time. With a short shotgun like mine, I've got 4 rounds ready. I've given up a bit of ammo for a shorter barrel that's easier to move around. If 4 rounds don't seem like enough, most home defense shotguns hold 6 or 8 rounds, so you'll have more than I do. No matter how many rounds your gun holds, once you've grabbed it and pumped around into the chamber, if there's no immediate danger, you can add more rounds from the shell holder on the gun. To get a shotgun into cruiser-ready mode, start with an empty gun, check the chamber and magazine to make sure they're clear. Close the action, turn the safety off, point the gun in a safe direction and pull the trigger. Then load the magazine tube with 1 round less than full, and it's ready to store. You might have heard the idea that the sound of pumping a shotgun will scare off bad guys. Sure, that's happened before. I've heard stories, but don't count on it. That's not why we use Cruiser Ready, and we don't rely on scaring people as our main plan. Some folks want a home defense gun with a round already in the chamber to save time and stay quiet. I think that's not the best idea. If someone's in my house who shouldn't be, I want them to know I'm there. I want to give them every chance to leave before things get serious. So I'll pump the shotgun to make noise and say something like, "Who's there?" I'll also have a flashlight in my hand or on the gun to see what's going on. If the intruder doesn't leave after that, that's why I have the shotgun. But most likely, the noise you hear is just a family member, roommate, or pet. Pumping the shotgun gives them a chance to say who they are. If this doesn't feel sneaky enough for you, if you really want a round in the chamber, use a handgun or another gun that's safe if dropped. Keeping a shotgun with a round in the chamber is risky. Cruiser Ready isn't the only way to do things. Everyone's home is different. If you have kids, you might want extra safety steps. If you live in an apartment, you might want a mechanical safety, or maybe you have a quick access safe that makes it okay to store a fully loaded gun. Think about speed, safety, who can reach the gun, and your home, then pick what works best for you. To keep the shotgun working well for years, I do a few extra things. I swap out my ammo once a year to keep it fresh and dry. I check the magazine spring and follower for rust or slow movement and clean inside the tube. I replace the spring every few years. It's cheap and keeps things reliable. The goal is to make sure the shotgun works as well years from now as it does today. Humidity can mess up a gun even indoors. Moisture can rust parts over time, so I keep a dehumidifier rod or a desiccant pack in my safe to keep the gun in good shape. Cruiser Ready works great for pump-action shotguns, but semi-auto shotguns can be trickier. Some won't load around when you release the bolt, others will. Some people use a trick called ghost loading, where you put a shell on the carrier but keep the chamber empty. That's common in shooting competitions, but I don't suggest it for home defense unless you practice a lot. You need to know exactly how your gun works. Practice with dummy rounds to get comfortable. Learn to load, unload, and pump the gun without looking. Build muscle memory so you can do it in the dark or when you're half asleep. In a real emergency, you'll only be as good as your practice. Cruiser Ready isn't a quick fix. It's a system that needs practice, repetition, and care. You have to train like you'll act in a real situation. If you're worried about kids or others getting to the gun, a quick access safe or a handgun might be better. Modern handguns are safe if dropped and can be kept loaded in a lockbox that opens fast. That's a good option for some people. For me, a shotgun's the best choice for home defense. It's simple, strong, and very effective up close. In Cruiser Ready mode, it's safe and quick, a perfect balance. Some people picture home defense like a movie with a bad guy bursting in and you having no time to react. But real break-ins usually aren't like that. Most burglars want stuff, not a fight. They make noise, breaking glass, setting off alarms, or waking you up. That gives you time to figure out what's happening, check the situation, and get your gun. Cruiser Ready uses that time well. When time is tight, the half second to pump the shotgun doesn't matter as much as knowing it won't go off by accident if it falls. You're not trying to sneak up on someone, you're protecting your family safely. By keeping the chamber empty, you avoid accidental shots. A full magazine keeps you ready. An open slide makes pumping smooth. No safety means one less thing to do under stress. Loading one less round helps the magazine spring last longer. That's why Cruiser Ready makes sense. It's simple, tested, and balanced. To try it, practice with an unloaded gun first. Make sure it's empty, then go through the steps. Pump, aim, shoulder. Get used to how it feels. Once it's easy, practice with live rounds at a range to make sure everything works. The key is knowing your gun well. With enough practice, you won't hesitate. You'll grab the gun, pump around, and know what to do next. Cruiser Ready isn't about being tough or sneaky. It's about being responsible. It's about keeping your shotgun safe but ready for when you need it. It lowers risk while keeping you prepared. I've kept my shotgun this way for years, and I trust it completely. It's not the only way, but it's right for me. It keeps the loaded chamber, the most dangerous part, out of the picture until I choose to use it.
Getting to be an old timer, and one of the things we got to think about is the shotgun was our fighting weapon in law enforcement for a lot of years. We didn't get ARs and MP5s into patrol for a long time. This was our fighting gun, and so what happened is we learned that you got to keep it full. So by adding a side saddle in, I can go ahead and select in more ammunition. So every round I fire, I want to replace immediately. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna fire my shots, I'm gonna scan, and then I'm just gonna come in and load the gun. Now, if the action is open like this, I've run it dry, then I just go ahead and pull my round out, throw it right into the side, close it up, and then I can go ahead and start loading underneath. If you can't hold the gun up to be able to load in your shoulder, I'd say get a lighter gun, but really what you need to do is more push-ups.